Hello guys, my name is Desmond. A very warm welcome to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at the mathematics. So ladies and gentlemen, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because utembele. What I'm about to say, it's massively. Ndovo P. Malaudi. Massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. Run this one. What I'm about to say, it's massively important, ladies and gentlemen. So, just make sure that you do learn something new at the end of each and every lesson that I conduct. So I'm pretty much sure that all of you guys did notice what was sent in the group, which is what we'll be looking at in today's lesson. So this is the question that we're going to be starting with. What I'm going to do is just to quickly read through the given statement. I'm just not sure if I bring these, you guys will be able to see. But the question paper was sent in the group. So just in case if you're not able to see on the screen, just be aware that the question paper was sent in the group. So let's see. Maybe you guys will be able to see. I'm just not sure of that. Question number 8, it says, figure 1 shows a ramp leading to the entrance of a building. B, C, and D lie on the same horizontal plane. The perpendicular height, AC, of the ramp is 0.5 meters, and the angle of elevation from B to A is 15 degrees. The entrance of the building being AE is 0.915 meters wide. Maybe for the last time, let me quickly read this while having a sketch there. So from my understanding on figure number 1, it shows a ramp to the entrance of a building. So we might obviously be having a building there, and then now we are now having a ramp there. Obviously that level is higher, and then it forms a 90-degree angle there. So that means this is you driving with your car to the entrance of that building there. Yeah, this is a window there, this is a window there. So let's see. Okay, they're saying this height is 0.5 meters. We are having an angle, obviously, of inclination of 15 degrees. And then the entrance, it is the one which is 0.915 meters. So I'm just doing this so that you guys can be able to visualize that entrance there. So you might not need to worry about this part of the drawing on the ramp. So just visualize this as a ramp where a car will need to drive and then into the building, which is the entrance. So I'm just not sure if you guys are now having a better understanding of what's going on there. So with this diagram being figure 2, it shows the top view. So you shouldn't be confused by that and also that. So it's more like now with the first diagram, you are standing here and you are looking in that direction. But with this one, you are looking it from the top. That's why they call it a top view. So obviously you're standing somewhere here and then you're looking it from the top. That is why you're going to see that entrance there, and then this is that ramp. So this part where they drew that and that, they just did that so that they can ask you some more questions. But generally, this is what we are actually looking at.
Yes,
I'm not sure if
can you
there's
try
someone
to
who's got
speak a little bit?
a question.
You are speaking so quickly.
Is it possibly the network? Is it the same to everyone?
No, for me, I say you are speak slowly. Please, can you try to explain a little bit slow?
Oh, okay. I thought maybe is that situation where there's network and it's more like my voice it's now at a speed of times 1.5, but it's everything okay from everyone's side. Lee, it's everything okay on your side, honorable member?
Everything is okay.
Okay,
Everything is fine.
100%. Okay, so Jackie, point noted, honorable member. So I think what I've just explained now, I will also touch on that as we answer the questions. But very quickly, very quickly, I just need you guys to remember that at all the times when you are dealing with a triangle, which is not a right-angled triangle, remember that's where we use the sine rule and the cosine rule. You use these rules if you are dealing with just a triangle. But the moment you are dealing with a right angled triangle, of which you notice that by having that, this is where you use sine ratio, cos ratio, tan ratio, and when necessary, theorem of Pythagoras. Only if you are dealing with a right angled triangle. And I am well aware that it is much easier to apply those. I might need to quickly remind you of how you work out those, which is a lesson that was sent in the group where I said, watch it before attending today's lesson. So, with regards to the sine rule, that's when we have more angles. If you want to simplify it, if we have more angles, consider using the sine rule. But if we have more sides, consider using the cosine rule. And if you remember, let's say we are having a triangle A, B, and C. So that means you must be having an angle and the opposite side. And also, you might be having a side, that means you can calculate that angle, or have that angle also and now calculate the side. When it comes to the cosine rule, you just need to have a side and an angle in between the two sides. That's how you calculate the side opposite to that. And if I remember, you will be given the formula sheet having those formulas for the sine and the cosine rule. And also for the area rule, you might also be given that. You still need to remember that we have the sine rule, cosine rule, and the area rule. I think maybe let's try have a look at the questions, starting with the first question. So this is where, in case if I'm losing you, just make sure to intervene. Where I need to re-explain, let me know immediately before I go far. So are we ready to start answering the questions? So that's me asking if all is clear now. Can you clearly see? Can you clearly hear me? Are we ready to start answering the questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So let's see. 8.1 says calculate the length of AB. The length of AB. I'm telling you guys, with this type of questions, they are actually trying to check if you've got the ability to notice a triangle that has enough information. Remember, at all the times under trigonometry where a triangle is involved, you just need two things to calculate the third thing. So a triangle is just a game of three things, being three sides and three angles. In short, under trigonometry, we are studying the relationship between the sides and the angles. So when examiner says calculate the length of AB and they give you 2 marks for that, you ask yourself this question: where is A, where is B? You realize there is point A and there is point B. The second question that you should ask yourself is that this AB, it lies in which triangle? You realize it lies in triangle A, C, and B, and also in triangle A, E, and B. So AB lies in 2 triangles. Between those 2 triangles, which triangle has enough information? By enough information, I'm referring to 2 things. It's in most cases where you need 2 things only when you are dealing with a right-angled triangle. But if you don't have 2 things and it's more, just check if that type of a triangle, it could be a scalene or an isosceles. That's where you might need to apply the cosine and the sine rule. So it's more like if it's not a right-angled triangle, think about the cosine and sine rule. If it's a right-angled triangle, remember the trig ratios. So now, which triangle between this one and that one has enough information? It seems like it's this one of ACB. The question now is it a right angle triangle? Yes, it is, which means we need to use the trig ratios. So now, which trig ratio will be relevant for us to calculate AB? You can just mention the name of that trig ratio. And this question is allocated 2 marks.
Sir,
Yebo.
isn't it sine, sir?
Let's see.
Explain why?
Sine, it's opposite over a. I think you are correct, honorable member. So it has to be easy as you suspected. It has to be easy as you suspected. So I'm pretty much sure that you do have a reason why you said sine. Maybe let's say explain, honorable member. Shanti, why are you saying sine?
Okay, so you see, right? There is our angle, right? Our angle 15 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's by B,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now there is our
Yes.
opposite, and then here is our hypotenuse.
Yes, 100%. So that means at all the times at this stage, you should be able to name all the sides. Obviously, let's see, can a sine of an angle is equals to opposite over a hypotenuse. So as a mathematician, at this stage, you are going to say your opposite is actually AC. What is hypotenuse? I think hypotenuse is the one which is AB. So you write it in that format as a mathematician in grade 12. So let's see. What are we having? We do have an angle there being 15 degrees, which is equals to what is what? AC being opposite is 0.5 over AB, which is what we're looking for. So you cross multiply, that means your AB, it ends up being 0.5, where you divide by sine of 15. So what are you guys getting there as an answer for that one. Remember, just 2 marks.
1,93 meters.
1,93 meters, 100%. So it has to be in meters because that is in meters. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So I'm telling you, with you doing that, for that correct trig ratio was substituted correctly, I am going to give you a mark, and also I'm going to give you a mark for final answer. But this step of you trying to simplify, I won't give you a mark there. I would give you a mark if you were in grade 10. So now let's see. Maybe let's write the information that we have there. We are having 1,93 meters. Yes. So now I'm just going to remove all of these, and let's try have a look at the next question, being 8.2. Let's see. The question says figure 2 shows the top view of the ramp. There is figure 2 showing the top view of the ramp. So, Patin, the area of the top of the ramp is divided into three triangles as shown in the diagram. Okay, that makes sense as we can see there. So now let's see. If in triangle BAE angle A it's equals to 120 degrees. Very, very much important that you are able to. So this thing means in triangle ABE, this letter in the middle with a kepisana there, it is the one which is 120 degrees. So now they want you to calculate BE. Remember, guys, in mathematics, when something is written in capital letters, you know they want you to calculate the distance. So that means they want you to calculate the distance of BE. So what can we use? I think, do we not have the formula for the distance? I think the formula for the distance is always given to you guys. But now, how are we going to calculate the distance of BE? Anyone who can guide us or take us through that journey of calculating BE? Anyone would like to give it a try?
Sana, give it a go.
Who's speaking?
Kabelo, sir. Kabelo Malit.
Yes, go for it, honorable member. Give it a try.
So, sir, I used the Cos rule. And so I said,
The cosine rule. Hey, but wait, honorable member. Why cosine rule when we have the formula for calculating the distance?
so I find it, yeah, because I've got like an angle and two sides, so and the angle is between like the two sides, so I find it easy to like, yes, use the cos rule.
But wait. Which side do we have? Oh, we have that side of AB, and here AB is this one, which is 1.93 meters. I think you are onto something, honorable member. But Kabza, I won't be satisfied with you not telling me as a primary learner. Why are you not using the distance formula?
So
Because they want you to calculate the distance of BE. Just that reason of why.
okay, so No, it's fine. So I find it easier to like use this one.
Okay, so I'm just going to respond to that, honorable member. So that's how you improve your reasoning skills as far as mathematics is concerned. So this type of reasoning, Kabelo, you will come across such when you get to varsity next year. It's not only about presenting the solution to the client, but you need to also provide alternatives and say, we've got two ways of working out this, but this is the best way because of a 1, 2, 3. So the reason why you can still say the distance formula, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like, having x2 minus x1, y2 minus. So the reason to that is that the distance formula is not applicable because we don't have the coordinates. So that means this is only being used when you've got the coordinates. But in this case, you don't have the coordinates, but you have the lengths of the sides and there's an angle involved. That is why honorable member there is using the cosine rule. Not only that, she's got that side, a side, and an angle in between. So let's see. Maybe let me quickly derive a formula there, honorable member. You'll just let me know if I've done it correctly. So very quickly, let me try to redraw that. And we are having A there, there is B there, it's E. An angle of 120 degrees there. Small letter A, small letter E, small letter B. We know this is 1.93 meters. We've calculated it. And then that one, what is it? This is what we're looking for. Yes, this is what we're looking for. And then this one, they said it's 0.915 meters. That is the entrance. But before I go deeper, honorable members, are we all on the same page? I'm just suspecting, Kabelo, there's someone who's got a question. I just want to make sure that before we go deep, we address those questions. Lee, do you not have a question, honorable member, up to this stage?
I'm still fine, sir.
Okay, 100%. So let's see what honorable member is saying. I know that when I have a side and an angle in between, I use the cosine rule. Doesn't matter whether the sides are in that direction. As long as I've got side, angle in between, I can be able to calculate that. So as a mathematician, you need to formulate based on what you are given. So can you see, actually, that small letter A is what you are looking for, which is supposed to be equals to, one can say side AB because alphabetically it's AB. Therefore, you can say small letter e because this side AB is the one having small letter e squared. What is it? I think it's a plus. Then you're going to have that side being a b squared minus, then it's going to be BE or EB. Doesn't really matter that much, but I think there's a number there. I think is 2, then EB times, remember it's cosine rule. Then what is the angle? Is that angle A there? So now let's substitute and work it out. So let's see. What is E? E we just calculated is that squared plus what is B? It's 0.915 squared minus 2 of those same values there, 0.915 close, and then cos of 120 degrees. So what is the value of A being BE? What is the value of BE?
2.52 meters.
Someone is saying 2.52 meters. Is this answer correct? Is it everyone getting 2.52? Precious, Are we getting the same value there, honorable member?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So, by so doing, honorable members, that's how you score yourself a 3 marks. And this is where your mark comes from. So I think with you identifying the correct formula and correct substitution, you will score 2 marks there. And then also your final answer, you'll score 2 marks. So that's how you easily score yourself 3 marks for this question. So I'm telling you guys, this type of questions are not complicated. They are not difficult. It's just a matter of you being able to identify the triangle that you are working with. And once you find the side, just try to write it wherever you can. So let's see, this is BE that we've just calculated. So maybe that BE, what is it? Someone is saying 2.52. So let's see, let's maybe write it there, 2.52 meters. It's not F but E B. So now, for this question, are we now ready to try that last question? Is there someone who's got a question in relation to this? Or are we all on the same page on that one?
Sorry, sir. When I calculated,
Mhm.
I get 6.33 meters.
When you punched all of that on your calculator, what are you
Yes,
getting?
sir.
6,33
meters.
6,33. This is meters squared. So what you have calculated there, it's actually a squared. So I did it on purpose by skipping that part and asked that one. So you did well by mentioning that, honorable member, because someone somewhere in Limpopo, I'm suspecting someone in Venda, was wondering, bayithole kanjani le nto le ngoba mina ngithola 6.33. So that is because you therefore need to square that to remove that squared, and then you now remain with BE.
Okay.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank
Them
you.
Leslie's. Okay, so now let's see. I think in that way we are able to have a look at 8.3. So let's see. 8.3 says calculate the area of triangle. Maybe let me remove all of these. Yes, we have written that one where we were supposed to write it. So let's see. 8.3, they are saying calculate the area of triangle. They want the area of triangle BFD. Just as where is B, where is F, where is D? There is B, there is F, there is D. Oh, okay. Okay, now I see. So that means they actually want the area of that triangle. So can you guys see? It all depends on you regarding which triangle you'll be looking at. Someone can still be looking at that view, and you realize this is the triangle that they are talking about. But I think it's best for us to have a look at this one which has that angle. So we know we've got that angle there, and we know that total length. Hey, let's see. The statement continues. It says, if, remember, calculate the area of that if in triangle BFD. Angle F, it is the one which is 75 degrees. Okay, there's angle F. Makes sense. And again, they say where BF is equals to FD. Hey, what are equals to 5 over 7 of BE? What is BE? There is BE. Okay. And then now they're
Excuse me.
saying B. Yebo.
So sorry to interrupt, but sir, yes, I cannot like see anything.
Mm-hmm. A honorable member is not able to see. Okay. Let me quickly check. The Leslies, are you able to see? Jackie, let's see. Temba.
Yes, sir. All is
Yes,
clear.
I can see.
Okay. Okay. Remember, guys, just in case if it happens that you're not able to see, leave, rejoin, leave, rejoin. If it does the same, then you know it happens to everyone. I'm sure Kabza, now it's fine. I noticed you went out and now you're back. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see. They are saying a BF is equals to 5 over 7 BE. I think now it makes sense because it's more like they're saying if BE is equals to 10, and if they say BF is half of BE, that means BF is going to be 5 if total length was that. So in this case, they're not saying half, but they're saying it's 5 out of 7. So that means from there to there, it's 5 out of 7 of that total length. And remember, with regards to the area rule, I think also it follows the sine rule. That means you might need the side, and an included angle, or the angle in between. You just need to remember the formula for the sine rule. No, the formula for the area rule. So I'm not sure if there's someone who would like to give it a try before I work it out. Just to explain, how can we possibly work it out? Anyone
Sir,
would like to give it a try? Yebo.
okay, so I'm just like I noticed something, but I'm sure everybody else did. Just to
Mm,
put it on the diagram, you see, right?
mm.
They were like BF is equals to FD. So now we see those two sides equals, and we already have BF.
We have BF. Mm-hmm.
So we can just put that on the diagram. So I don't know.
We can maybe tell me what to write.
Oh, so I calculated BF, right? Because BF is equals to 5 over 7
Mm-hmm.
times BE. So I got 9 over 5, which is 1,8.
Mm. Oh, okay. No, you are onto something. So it's more like you're saying, since we know this is a formula which says BF is equals to 5 over 7 of BE, and we just calculated BE. So that means we're having that. What was BE? Was it 2.52? Ne? Yeah. And then you're
Yes, sir.
saying you punch that, and then it gives you a decimal. What did you say there? I think you said 1 point. Did you say 8?
1,8.
Yes,
Yeah.
1.8. Yes. So that means this side is 1.8 meters. This side is 1.8 meters. honorable member, how can we formulate the area rule using that triangle?
So okay, so I'm just trying, right? You can correct me if I'm wrong. So I would say half
Okay,
BF.
so let's see. Half BF. Let's see, where's BF? Okay, there's okay.
And then would it be times the other side? What's times BE? I mean this side here. Can't see properly. Is it DF or is it FD?
Yes, DF times DF. So let's start with the letter that comes first. So D comes first. Yeah.
And then sine 75. You can correct me if I'm wrong, sir, because no French.
Let's see, sine of you can say sine of angle F. You are 100% correct there, honorable member, because remember, in short, this this formula comes from the formula that we know, which says area that means it's actually cut into two equal halves. Then that's where that half comes from. That one, it's because it was a full rectangle, we cut we are having. So this formula, that's when we are having a right angled triangle. That's why it doesn't have funny things like sine there. But now, the moment it is just a, what is it? A triangle, which is not a right angled triangle. That's why now we introduce sine of an angle in between. So can you guys see? With this one, you're just going to have this multiplying by that. So this is 90 degrees. If you like, you can substitute 90 degrees there. I'm suspecting when you say a sine of 90 degrees, it gives you 1. That is why it just ends up being half LB for a right angled triangle. But when it is not a right angled triangle, that angle it is no longer 90, but it is whatever the angle. Then you substitute it there. I'm sure now you are having a better understanding of where that formula comes from. So now let's substitute. Let's all substitute, and you'll just let me know of the answer. That's how we will know if we are all on the same page. Substitute and let me know what the answer is.
Sir,
Yebo.
so should we like tell you the answer without like directly?
Kapsa, can you come again, honorable member? What
So
did you say
can
is the
you
answer?
say the answer? Can you say the answer without yes sir? That like directly. Can you say the answer directly?
Oh, okay. No, I think I understand. So remember, for me, I just wanted the answer directly. But when you write in exam, you need to substitute because there might be a mark for correct substitution. That's how you're going to score yourself some marks. But for me, the reason why I wanted a straight answer is just so that everyone else works it out from their side and then give me the answer.
Okay, so the answer is 1,56 meters squared.
Mm. This one I don't trust it. This one I do not trust. Utembele, did you get the same answer, honorable member?
Yes, sir.
I also got the same
Eh?
answer.
Busisiwe. Okay. Kabza, I withdraw, honorable member. I withdraw, and I'm telling you, you will definitely get a mark for you to calculate that BF. And for correct substitution, that's where you score yourself a mark. But if you only gave that correct answer, you were only going to get those 2 marks. So very much important that you substitute, and also substitute an angle there. So can you guys see that this question, it wasn't actually difficult. It's just that it had some funny stuff there that you needed to make sure that you interpret correctly. Jackie, are you okay that side, honorable member? Did you notice that it wasn't that much
Yes,
complicated?
no, it's okay. It's the problem is just I got a wrong name, a wrong answer. So
Hey, Jackie, which
yes,
one, honorable member? Is it this one that you got a different answer?
yes. I think I didn't use my calculator properly. I don't know.
And you know, something very much important, honorable members, I think during that time when you guys will be writing exams, we need to remind each other of this thing. For your paper 2, or at all the times, make sure your calculator is in degrees. Because if not, I'm telling you, honorable members, you're going to get 0 for every calculation that you make involving angles. Did you get that, honorable members? Let's make sure that during those times of exams, we remind each other of a calculator being in degree. Because sometimes you guys fail not because you don't know the answers, but you forgot to set your calculator to degrees. So I know some of you guys will still be attending my lessons during that time. So someone remember to say, when we prepare for paper 2 examination, someone remind me to say, let's make the code to be set calculator to degrees, because very, very much important, honorable. But Jackie, did you get that? This part, and everyone else, did you guys get it? I suppose all of you guys will remember that part. So let's maybe jump on to the next question, being question number 7. I think that 7.1, we can quickly work it out. Not even to work it out, but we can just discuss it. It seems like it's a straightforward question, that one, which serves as an indication that this part of paper 2, it's not that much complicated. You just need to know the triangle that you are dealing with. So 7.1 says in the diagram, P being the angle, because they've written it that way. So they're saying angle P is equals to 67 degrees. PQ is equals to 3 centimeters. PR it's equals to 9.2. Now they say determine the length of a QR. So when you explain to your peers, you're going to say, in this case, we are dealing with a triangle, which is not a right angle triangle. Therefore, we completely forget about the trig ratios being sine, cos, and tan, and also theorem of Pythagoras. We can therefore have a look at either the sine or the cosine rule. Not the area rule, because that one is obvious. You only use it when you calculate the area of any triangle. So here you have an option of using the sine or the cosine rule. You do know very well that when you have more sides, you use the cosine rule because it's the formula that has too many sides. But if you are having too many angles, or you are given one angle and they want you to calculate another angle, that's when you remember the sine rule because it has more angles. It is as easy as that. I'm telling you, precious, what I've just said now, it's all that you need to remember in order to approach this type of question. So I think this one, we can just keep it because we know we're going to use the cosine rule and then find that side. Maybe, let's say, whoever calculated it, what is that side of QR? What answer did you get on that one?
8,41 meters.
8,41 meters. Is it correct? Hmm? Is it correct, honorable members? Are you also getting the same answer? Bongitema bongiza. Hey, why is it silence in court? Zbuda, are you guys getting the same answer for this one, or are you still trying to work it out?
Trying to work it out, sir.
Still working it out. Moleboge is on the line. Moleboge, are you still working it out that side? Nombuzo, I see Luyanda is on the line. I'm just not sure, Mzozozo, if you've worked it out that side. Entle, are you getting the same value, or are you still busy working it out? Shanti, what are you getting there, honorable member? Is this answer correct? Yebono Makar.
Okay, so let me just square it.
Oh, you're still working it out. Okay. Let's see. Lwandi Somlodo. Is this answer correct, honorable member? Lee.
So I got the same. Not really the same, but okay, it's probably my rounding off, but it is 8,4 something. It is correct.
8,4 something.
Yeah.
Shanti,
Yes, sir.
can you explain why that answer is wrong?
Is the answer wrong, sir? Because sir,
It's not
I
wrong.
got no. It's not because I square rooted 72,07, but I think I was supposed to use 3 decimal places and then I square rooted because I got
Okay.
8,48. Yeah.
Ngwana Malete, re tlhalosetse gore why ntho e le wrong.
Alright. give me a chance.
Hey,
Because I'm still also
still
trying
calculating.
So,
Let's see.
So I got a different
Calculator ya
answer.
Kabelo is
It's
on load
way
shedding.
different.
Luyanda.
Yeah, I get a load shedding.
Okay. What did you get? Moleboge, I'm not sure, honorable member. Can you explain why this answer is wrong?
So
Kabelo is breaking on a side. I see Ndovo Molauzi. Bo Molauzi, ba re meaning is that answer there? Okay,
Sir,
honorable members, this answer is wrong because she said it's in meters. That's it. Whether you round it off to whatever, but advice is that once you've got it as QR squared, maybe you get whatever 72 comma something. It's always best to round it, let's say to 4. To 4, then you can punch that as 4 decimal, then your final answer rounded to a 2. That's if from the instructions they said, if not specified, round it off to 2. But what I would do is just to say, to have it as that lengthy decimal, and then I just say square root of an answer. Then it squares everything. Then your answer is going to be 100% correct. So I'm telling you guys, very important that you specify the correct units, because if you guys are going to be civil engineers, a centimeter and meter can result in an error of about R1,000,000 in terms of the cost, because you might be dealing with a road which is whatever kilometers, and you say it's whatever meters, and then you end up applying your work. Then you're going to
Sir,
do the work and pay that. The answer for that unit tell me a centimeter. Someone not say it has to be centimeters. All of you guys did get it correctly in terms of the value, but you need centimeters. So now, let's see. Yes, honorable member, on what point are you rising on? Honorable member forgot to unmute their mic. I'm suspecting she's still busy there speaking, but her mic is muted. Was it you, Shanti, who needed my attention?
sorry, sir. Sir, I wanted to know, right? Let's say they give you
Guys, someone said something. Who was it? Are you okay now? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's say they give you.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Let's say they give you units like meters or centimeters, and then like you don't write anything. Just like say what is the 4
Okay.
comma something, and then is it wrong?
Mm. Yeah, this is wrong, honorable member, because we are not sure what exactly this thing is, because it's meaningless. So only have it because now imagine being an accountant and you go and go, I'm going to pay you. Is this 400 per year, or is it 4 million? So that's why it is important to at the use of things, but physics, it's it be another object. Needs are very much important because when you get to a number, it's meaningless if it doesn't have a unit.
Sir, I can't hear you.
Someone tried they on the what happened now. Unit you assume
Sir, you are
was given
cutting.
sentences, therefore examiner is to assume the final answer. So do you get it? Important a unit, honorable member?
Yeah.
So a number is meaningless without a unit. So see, here with a triangle or triangles, that they call it a diagram. So they tell you whether you're having too many triangles, just one triangle. So they say in the diagram below, this is what they say. They say in triangle DCB, LC, it is the one which is called alpha. And AC being a length, it is actually equals to a units. Units. And then in triangle ACB, angle C, it is the one which is alpha. So now this is my question. How many triangles are we having there? Because that's what you need in order to be able to understand how to approach the questions. You need to be able to understand that diagram that you are having there. How many triangles are you guys seeing there? You can just say Kabelo 10. Then I know Kabelo is seeing 10 triangles. You can just say Shanti 13. Then I know it's 13 triangles that you are seeing there. How many triangles are you seeing there?
Kabelo, sir. I see 3.
I'm not sure if the message is still on the way, if honorable members ran away.
Yes, sir.
Minentle,
I
Also
see
see
3,
3.
sir.
are you still there, honorable member? How many triangles are you seeing there? Okay, maybe let me explain this one.
So I said I see 3.
Okay, 2 of you said 3. Yes, it is 3 triangles. Then now, how many of them? Okay, how many of them are a right angled triangle? And how many of them are just triangles?
So you got
If
2
it's a
right
total of
angles.
3
Has 2 right
triangles.
angles.
2 right
We've
angled
got 2 of
triangles
them.
and 1 triangle. Yeah.
Okay, maybe let me explain this one. So let's see. Yes, 2 right. Uh, yes, 2. Because we have this one of C, D, and B, which is that. And then we've got that bigger one being C, and then A at the top, then B. It is that. And then we also have this one. So this type of an interpretation, Jackie, it helps you to know which formula you're going to use in dealing with which triangle. Very, very much important that you are able to interpret the diagram that you are given. If you can do that, I'm telling you, this chapter has got limited information. You won't need to struggle that much if you can interpret the given data. So now let's see 7.2.1. They're saying determine the size. They want the size in triangle ACD. They actually want that angle that. So they are saying in terms of theta and alpha. Just as this question, it's allocated 1 mark. Anyone would like to give it a try? Only 1 mark. Anyone who would like to give it a try?
Sir?
Remember, in case you've got no idea,
Sir?
say no idea. Someone will, okay, go for
So,
it,
sir,
honorable
you'd
member.
say it's theta minus alpha, I think. I believe.
Theta minus alpha. Kanjani manje?
So theta is the total angle, and alpha is part of that angle. So to find angle ACD, you have to minus theta, no, alpha from.
Oh, yes. Yes. Honorable member has got a point. Remember, this is now the total angle. Let me maybe complete that. This is now the total angle being theta there. So the question actually wants you to calculate that angle C in this triangle. That is why you need to cut this smalanyana angle there so that you remain with that angle there. So that is why honorable member is saying in triangle ACD, actually that angle C, it's actually the total angle minus that smalanyana angle being alpha. And then it ends there. That's how you score yourself 1 mark for that question. Does it make sense to everyone, honorable members?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So now, very quickly, let's move on to the next question. Maybe if necessary, I will just write this one to say, actually, this is that one of alpha. No. Let me write it correctly and say it is the total minus that one being alpha. It's actually, yes, that angle there. So now, let's have a look at the next question. What are they saying there? They're saying prove that AD is equals to H sine of a theta minus alpha, the whole of that divided by cos of alpha. You know, when they say prove, show, Moleboge, I always remember you on this one, honorable member. I know Moleboge was going to say, okay, they say prove. Then she was going to write it as it is and say, yeah, I've proven it. I'm not sure, Moleboge, if this is the case here for 4 marks. What would you do there, honorable members? Anyone would like to give it a try? Prove that AD, remember AD is that one there. So they want us to prove that that angle AD, it's actually equals to the whole of that.
So may I give it a go?
Yes, give it a try, honorable member.
Okay, so so you got
Mm-hmm.
H sine so may I catch my breath. Okay, so the first like on the top part of the fraction, you're gonna write it's H sine theta multiply by cos multiply by cos, sir. Cos alpha
By
minus
cos, yes.
cos alpha, sir.
Cos alpha. Mm-hmm.
Minus cos theta.
Minus cos alpha.
Cos theta, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying cos theta. Cos theta minus cos theta.
Minus
So,
cos theta.
so,
Should I remove this cos, this one?
and the other one, sir.
Hey. Motion of no confidence.
So I do have confidence.
And also this one. So this is where I'm removing. Then I'm writing cos here. Ne?
No, sir. May we start over?
So,
Sir, may we start over?
did I write it correctly? Okay.
No, sir.
Let me start.
It's H.
So it's going to be
sine,
H. Ne.
Sine
Mm-hmm.
theta
Mm-hmm.
multiplied by cos
Mm-hmm.
alpha
Okay.
minus
Mm-hmm.
minus cos theta
Mm-hmm.
multiplied by sine alpha. And then, so, so it's one of the compound angles. Yes, sir. The rules, compound angle rule.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the bottom, you're gonna say cos alpha remains that way.
Am I saying over or?
Over cos alpha, sir.
Okay. Over cos alpha. Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna cancel, I believe.
Okay. What are we cancelling?
We're canceling the cos alpha on top with the cos alpha at the bottom.
Yeah. My young sisters are not agreeing. The macabsi. Yeah.
So how would you do it?
Yeah. No, but at least you've tried, honorable member. But you know the reason why I'm saying my young sisters are not agreeing. It's because when you have a sign of a plus or a minus in between, you will never cancel. So it's more like if you say x, let's say plus 2 over 2, this can never cancel that because of that sign there. So always when you have a sign, that's where you might need to take out something as common factor. But if you don't have common factor, then you just leave it as it is. So it's more like here, the only thing that you can do is to take out these two as common factor because they're the same. So that means it's actually sine angle times cos alpha. They're just written vice versa, but no, it's not. There you have alpha, there you have, okay. So that means in this case, you can't take out something as common factor. It remains as it is. It remains as it is, even though it's wrong. But I'm just saying, when you have that sign in between, whether it's at the top or at the bottom, they don't cancel. So at least you've tried, honorable member, but maybe let me give it a try and let's see how far we can go with that one. I will need everyone to just make sure that I'm not confusing or losing you on this one. So we do it step by step, honorable members. You ask yourself this question to say where they want us to prove AD. What is AD? First thing first. AD is a side being from there to there. So that means AD is a side. That side is in which triangle? It's in triangle A, C, and D. But now, is it a right-angled triangle? No. What does it mean? I'm going to use either the sine or the cosine rule. Why wanna ke lata mna duang Kabzini?
Yes, I can see that.
Why no manga compound angles, no manga double angles there. Kuri iketlela yona. Leslie them are Leslie's. So now that I'm aware this is not a right angled triangle, that means it's either I'm using the sine or the cosine rule. So the question now is, between the sine and the cosine rule, which rule will be suitable to use in that case? Which rule would be suitable in that case? So let's see. I've got a side
Sorry, sir, we
and I've got
cannot
an
hear you properly. I cannot.
uh, okay, Jackie can't hear me. Maybe Jackie, did you try to leave and rejoin? I'm suspecting all is clear on my side. Leslie, can you hear me? Bosisi Wengolo, can you hear me, guys? Or am I breaking?
I can hear
I
you
can hear
clearly.
you, sir.
Sihle phakathi wa nkutlwa ka mo social. I just need someone to okay, no, Jackie, try to leave and rejoin, honorable member. It seems like everyone is able to hear me. Just try that and let me know if it's clear. So let's see. Okay, I was saying I've got this side, which is opposite to that angle, and I've got that edge, which is opposite to that angle. So that means I can use the sine rule, because in the sine rule, I'm going to have that edge, I'm also going to include that angle, and I'm also going to include that side. What guides you? How do you know that you must use a sine or cosine rule? You look at what you are proving and you realize there's no way you can end up having something looking like this using the cosine rule, because the cosine rule is just that linear type of an equation, but the one having fractions is the one for the sine rule. And also looking at what you are supposed to produce, you can produce all of this using the sine rule. So let's see, what does the sine rule say? Let's see. Obviously, since I'm looking for the side being 80, that is why I'm going to write the side at the top being 80. If I was looking for the angle, I was going to write sine angle at the top. So because I'm looking for the side, that is why I'm saying side AD over sine of an angle opposite to AD, that is the angle, theta minus alpha. We calculated that. So this is going to be equals to, what is the side? This is the side being side H. It has to be a opposite to that angle D there. So it's more like you are now having sine of that angle D. So I'm not sure whether to say 1 or whether to say angle D, but maybe let me say angle D. So I can try to simplify this thing to say, actually, that side AD, it's equals to, now I can cross multiply, meaning it's going to be H multiplying sine of that angle alpha, what is it, theta minus that, over sine of angle D. So can you now see, honorable members, it is just that part that you need to work it out. And for you to work it out, that means you will need to know what is that angle alpha. No, angle D. So this is where now, say TK, a colleague of mine, will teach you what do you guys call it? Euclidean geometry. To say, for me, I know the basics, honorable members. If I construct that line, which is actually parallel to that line, it's more like I'm cutting this angle 1 into 2 parts, whereby I know that this is 90 degree. And this smaller angle, I don't know what you guys call it, whether it's alternating angles or whatever. But what I'm saying is, this angle, it is the same as that angle there. Remember, this line that I constructed is parallel to that line. So it's more like you are having that line that I constructed there, and then you are also having that line there, and then now you are having that line being that one. And you obviously know this angle. That angle is that alpha there. And that's what I'm saying when I say also that angle there, it's alpha. I think you call it alternating angle, something of that nature. But remember, because now this line is vertically like that, forming a 90-degree angle there. So that means, since this is a straight horizontal line, this is a vertical straight line, that means this is 90. That is why I'm going to say, actually, the whole of that angle, or that total angle of 1, it's actually 90 degrees plus that angle, which is the same as that, being alpha. So that means a angle D, it is actually equals to that in that triangle. I'm not sure if it makes sense to everyone, that part of angle D. Does it make sense to everyone, honorable members, or did I confuse you there? Hmm? I haven't got a response. I'm just suspecting
It does make
No
sense.
say
Yes.
still on the
confusion.
way.
Then.
100%. I just got a confirmation that no confusion. So now that means that angle D, I will therefore write it as a what? 90 degrees plus that alpha. I think now it's over. Let's see. You know, almost this is a, what is it? It changes to a, what is it? Is it cofunction or whatever? Where you say sine of 90 plus, it takes you to the second quadrant, where a sine is positive in the second quadrant. Therefore, it changes to cos, meaning this is actually cos angle. So you are done. You have proven that AD is equals to the whole of that. I'm not sure if it made sense, honorable members, but I think this one, it made perfect sense. I think now you have a better understanding of how do you normally approach this type of questions. It's more about an understanding and not necessarily about you knowing how this is being done. I'm not sure. Shanti, did it make sense, this part? Because this was the most difficult part of this question. The rest is easy.
Yes, sir. Made sense.
Did it make sense to everyone? Maybe last one to confirm, or is there anyone who's got a question? I
No
think you've got
question.
me. Ekdenk, 100%. So now, let's try to have a look at 7.2.3, which says determine the length of AD. They want the actual length of AD if they're now saying if H is equals to 17 units and theta being equals to 58 degrees and then alpha being 23 degrees. What are you guys getting as that length of AD? What is that length of AD? What are you getting there? Mm-hmm.
Sir, I got 10,59. I just substituted the values, so I don't know.
10,5. 10,5. It has to be units name. Are you all getting the same answer? That one, it doesn't look correct. I don't know why, but it's not make sure this one.
I also got 10,59.
Okay, let's go with that one. I think the second confirmation it's enough for us to continue. So now let's have a look at 7.2 point. Is it 4? Yes. Where examiner wants you to calculate the area of triangle AD and C. Anyone who would like to suggest how are we going to calculate an area of that triangle?
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is just my query, right? Isn't it in what question is this? In 7.1, right? We say that C is
Mm-hmm.
equals to what did we say? What did we say? We say that C is equals to something. I don't know. What did we say? Is it theta minus A? Yes, theta minus A. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes,
So
yes,
okay,
yes, 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 yes.
and
There I
then
agree.
we are given our units in in 7.3, right? So can't we use that to find angle C?
Okay, so that means we're going to say what, 58 degrees minus 23 degrees. Then what is that?
35, I think.
35.
Yes,
sir.
I use the calculator.
Hey, out is born. 58 minus 23, 35. Oh, okay. 35. And then from there.
Okay, so from there, I'm not sure, but I know that we have H and we have AD. So give us AD. Let me just see. Because so from our previous question, we got 10,59 for AD. But now, sir, my confusion is, okay, we have two sides, we have an angle, right? But then isn't it supposed to be, I don't know. Okay, somebody else can take over. But that's all I can see.
But you're onto something, honorable members. Maybe you can take a step back and try to have a look at it. That same question that you asked yourself, it is supposed to be that way, which means you need to do something so that it makes a sense to you in order to calculate. Maybe, let's see, anyone who would like to also say something there?
So,
Yebo.
so because isn't it like because you got two sides? No, sir, it's not gonna work. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Sir,
kwenze njani?
sir,
Go for it.
isn't the angle supposed to be in between the sides?
Hey, nami angazi uyazi. Hey, ungathi nami ngifana nawe, nami angazi. Jackie, are you thinking there or are you laughing, honorable member? I'm suspecting you're busy
No,
laughing there.
no, I'm not laughing.
Mhm.
I'm following.
But I can't hear you thinking, honorable member. I'm trying to listen if you are thinking, but I can't hear you thinking. Busisiwe. Ote, are you watching the Queen there? Hey, that one is watching the Queen.
No, meneer. Wat wat doen meneer?
Hey, okay. Shanti, that is a very good question. When something doesn't make sense, you have to make sense out of it. So it's always best to write what you have. I'm just going to make it easier for you guys to work it out. I will also give you a final answer. Then you will work it out. So let's see. This is the triangle that you're dealing with. First thing first is that one. We have h. What is h? I think h is given as 17. Let's just say 17 units. What else do we have? We have calculated 10.59 what? Yes, this is a side, units. Maybe let me say units and then let me say units. This is C, this is D, this is A. As a mathematician, you know that for you to use the area rule, you are actually going to say half, and then you need a side, and an angle in between. So let's say length times breadth times sine of an angle in between. Maybe let me not use theta because theta is there already. Maybe let's say beta, just so that we don't use any angle which is there. So this is what you can do, honorable members. I'm just not sure if you guys know that we do have the angle in between. What did honorable members say there? I think you said that angle is 35. Okay, this is what happens. If you are going to use this angle, it forces you to then now use that side because you need a side, and an angle in between. But now, how can you find that side? That's a question that you therefore ask yourself to say, how can I find that side? You need to then find it. You have an angle there. Check if you can use the smaller right angle triangle. If not, try to check if the bigger right angle triangle can help you in finding that being hypotenuse. If it doesn't work, check if you have this angle. Check if you have that angle. If you do have that angle, then you can easily find this angle because you know that the sum of interior Kana, how does that prayer goes? Jesus. The sum of interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. Amen. So let's see. A plus C plus D. Remember, we are talking about the angles of interior that is equals to that. But can we? No, I think, yeah, I think we can, because we know this is 90 plus alpha. What is alpha? Is 23 most. So that means this is actually, let's see. I think it's, what is it, 103 or 113? Yeah, because this is 23. You plus it with 90. Let's see, 90 plus 113. 90 plus 23. Yes, it's 113. Then let's see. That means you can find that angle. Maybe let's just work it out. Let's say 180 minus that minus 35 minus 113. I'm getting 32 there. This is what Shanti was asking herself to say. How are we then going to work it out, because we don't have an angle in this? So, but wait, before I even go deeper, guys, am I not confusing you there? Why am I suspecting that I'm losing you there, honorable members?
I'm confused
Okay.
because
Let's talk, Jackie.
because you say before that I don't know those calculations. The exercise we are doing, the triangle is not a triangle, is not a right. It doesn't have a right angle. So
Yes.
why did you use those calculation now?
Okay, so this is that prayer, Jackie, which says the sum of interior, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180. This is a formula that you must always know. Whether a triangle is a right angled triangle or whether it's just a triangle. Interior angles of a triangle, they will always be equals to 108. I'm not sure if you remember this prayer, Jackie.
Yes, I know it. Yes, I know that one.
Yeah, so we used that calculation to determine this angle. Why that angle? It's because we know the side and the side, and now we have angle in between. We can therefore use the area rule. So that is why. Which means before you can worry about all of this, that means you need to understand how the area formula works. You need the side, and an angle in between, just like the sine rule, side, angle in between. So can you see, the moment you understand how this formula works, you will know exactly what to look for, and if it's not there, you will make sure to calculate it. I'm not sure if it makes sense now, Jackie, or am I losing you still?
No, it's fine. I can do it on my own time again.
But wait, did I lose you? Are you still not understanding what I've done there? Because you might not be the only one, and it might worth
My
it to
promise,
quickly explain.
I know the formula of area. I know the formula. My problem was I don't know how to put some like H, the H that is on top here. I didn't have the value of H. So, but AD, I know it was 10.
Okay, so the H, it was given from the question paper. Can you see there? Maybe that's why it's confusing you. So that H is given there, Jackie.
Given.
Yes, it's given. We did not calculate it. It's given as 17 units. You remember? Yes.
Yes, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now it's fine.
Okay, 100%.
Thank you.
So now, I'm not sure. We are all on the same page, Mos. What is the area? Maybe I know you guys have calculated. What is the area? That was the last question, honorable members, and it was only allocated 3 marks. What is the area?
Sir, I come
Mm-hmm.
back. I got 47,70. Units feet.
This one, it doesn't look promising.
Okay, I don't,
Is this
sir.
correct, honorable members?
Sir, I use
Yes,
sine
sir.
32.
Yes, sir, it's
It's
correct.
the same.
Hey, Shanti, you need to be confident, honorable member. They are going to ask you one day in an interview saying, "What is your name?" And you say, "My name is Shanti." They say, "Ah, your name is Shanti Kanjan." And you say, "Ah, but they are calling me Shanti." Mm? So
Yes,
you
sir,
need
I
to be
understand.
confident and say, the Namfan me as Shanti because on my ID is written Shanti. Full stop. Uqedile. So you need to gain some confidence, honorable members. I think that was the last question. But Jackie, can you make my day, honorable member, and tell me how do I say my name is Desmond and I'm out in your language, honorable member? How do I say it, Jackie?
Mon nom, c'est Desmond and je pars.
Ladies and gentlemen, mon nom c'est pas Desmond, c'est pas. Jackie, did I get it
Yes.
correctly, honorable? Mon nom,
Yes. C'est Desmond et je pars. Or, you can say je vous quitte.
mon nom c'est Desmond.
Yes.
Et mon nom c'est Desmond, then
Je pars.
c'est pas. And then option B, if I don't want to say c'est pas,
Je quitte.
c'est quitte. Hi. Why is it different, Jackie, but saying the same thing? C'est quitte. I don't trust you, honorable member. This one is for Monday. I'm seeing you guys on Mondays and no. Mondays is grade 11s. Thursday is grade 12. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mono c'est Desmond c'est pas. Wait. I forgot the code, honorable members. The code for today. Any weight from those. But don't say Desmond because that is not your name. You can say Mono, Seshanti, Sopa, or Mono, let's see, Se who, Se Ote, Swekit. That is the code for today. Guys, have a very good night. Swepa.